hold on to your seat because I've got some breaking news. Breaking news. Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome back to the channel where I have the opportunity to help improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and fluency. And I have another English from the news lesson on today. We're going to look at some entertainment news, and I am going to read through an article at a moderate pace and break down some of the important and key vocabulary words and phrases to take your comprehension and vocabulary to the next level. So I want you to use the comments section to take notes and to share notes. And I want you to pay attention because in today's lesson, I will have a few quiz questions along the way. So with that being said, I hope you're ready for some learning and some laughter. Let's dive into today's lesson. According to NBC News, woman arrested after shots fired at Rihanna's Los Angeles home. Okay, so shots fired. Now, that's a word, of course, or two words that have to do with someone using a firearm to shoot at someone. But we also use the term shots fired as a way to describe someone that is insulting someone else. And so if someone were to insult you, they would say, ooh, shots fired. That was below the belt. Okay, so that was something that was said to insult or make fun of someone. We say shots fired, okay? But here in this particular story, shots fired has to do with a firearm. Let's dive in. Police in Los Angeles have identified a woman suspected of firing multiple gunshots at the home of singer Rihanna in Beverly Crest area of the city. Okay, so when someone has been identified, recognized, or officially named someone. Okay, so you might say scientists identified a new species of frog in the rainforest. Okay, identified. All right, let's continue. Authorities said the incident. Okay, incident, the bad event or incident, all right, occurred is happened Sunday afternoon when several rounds were fired from a vehicle parked across the street from the residence. Wow, that's sickening. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, officers responded to reports of gunfire around 1:15 p.m. at the property where Rihanna lives with her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, and their 3 children. Wow. So this person did not consider anyone else's life. They just fired some rounds into a house hoping to hit someone. Investigators later confirmed that the singer was inside the home at the time of the shooting, though no one was injured. Investigators confirmed, officially stated that something is true. Okay, the airline, you might say, confirmed the flight would depart on time. Confirm. All right, let's continue. Here's a picture of her property. That seems to be a very large estate. Authorities said a woman drove up to the property and allegedly fired between 7 and 9 rounds from what police described as an AR-15 style rifle. Okay, allegedly. Okay, allegedly claimed to be true, but not yet proven. All right, so you might say the athlete allegedly broke the league rules. So when someone does something, or you suspect that someone does something and you're not sure that they did it, we say allegedly. Okay, several bullets struck the exterior of the home and the front gate, leaving visible damage, but not entering the interior living space. So in other words, when they shot from the car, it hit the house, but the bullets did not go inside. The exterior is outside, interior is inside, okay? So you can see my skin, exterior. You can't see my heart, it's interior, it's inside. X, out, in. Police later apprehended the suspect during a traffic stop several miles away in the Sherman Oaks area. Okay, apprehended, arrested, or captured by police. Security guards apprehended a shoplifter at the mall. Okay, apprehended, so to take into custody, to catch, to arrest. All right, let's continue. Officers recovered the weapon believed to have been used in the shooting. All right, and the woman was taken into custody on suspicion of attempted murder. Wow. Okay, so notice, when someone is suspicious, they are assuming you did something. Someone is curious about what you've done. Suspicious. Neighbors are suspicious. Okay, they look around to see. Well, neighbors are curious of people that do not live in the neighborhood. So they're curious, they're suspicious of people that they do not know. Okay. Attempted murder. So when someone attempts to murder, attempted murder, that is crazy. Who in their right mind would sit outside of someone else's home and try to kill them? That is sickening. Wow, what a day and time we live in. Let's look at this quiz that I have here, okay? I want to check this quiz out. Let's see if you can comprehend these few words that I have already taught in the story thus far, okay? Apprehended, allegedly, confirmed, and identified. I put it on there twice. All right, here we go. Number one, I blank my flight online, okay? Which one of these words would you use? Number two, the man was blank as a good candidate for the job. Okay. And number three, the criminal was blank last night by the FBI. So I want you to use the comment section to put your answer in the sentence, which one you think is correct. Okay. Let me know down below. Let's read the second half of the story. Authorities said the motive behind the shooting remains unclear, and investigators are still examining whether the suspect had any prior connection to the property or the celebrity who lives there. Okay, motive. Okay, motive, the reason someone does something. Detectives searched for a motive behind the theft. Okay, what's your motive for being here? What was your motive for saying that to me? The reason you did something. Okay. A celebrity, a person that is popular, someone that has notoriety or fame, a celebrity. The case is now being handled by detectives from the department's robbery homicide division. Okay, robbery homicide division. So here in the United States, police and sheriff's departments are divided into different sections. And here it's being investigated by the robbery homicide. Robbery, someone who took something, stole something, and homicide, someone who took someone's life or killed someone. Okay? Which investigates major violent crimes and threats involving public figures. Police officials said the investigation is ongoing as detectives review evidence. All right. So when we talk about an investigation, a careful search for facts. Investigation. So you might say the investigation took months to complete. All right. So when someone examines, looks things over, tries to figure out what happened. A detective. All right. A detective is a police officer who investigates crimes. All right. Detectives studied the fingerprints carefully. A detective. All right. Let's continue. Here's a picture of Rihanna, and she is a very pretty woman. Okay. Is ongoing as detectives review evidence, including surveillance footage and physical damage at the scene. Okay. Surveillance having to do with surveying a particular area. Okay. Video recorded footage, surveillance. All right. Neighbors in the normally quiet hillside community described hearing loud gunfire and expressed concern, okay, about the unexpected violence in the area. Concern. A feeling of worry about something. Parents expressed concern about the school's safety rules. Concern, okay? One neighbor told local reporters she was shocked because the neighborhood is typically peaceful, okay? Shocked. When someone is shocked, they are surprised. They are amazed, okay? They can't believe that something happened. I am shocked that you said that. I am shocked that you did that. Now, you can be shocked if you put your finger in an outlet. You will be shocked if you get hit by lightning. Okay, rub your feet on the carpet and you can shock a person. All right, an electric shock. But this has to do with an emotion. Typically, usually, all right, something that is out of the norm or something that is normal, typically, okay? Authorities emphasize that the suspect remains in custody and that there is no immediate threat to the public while detectives continue to gather information about the incident, all right? Notice a suspect, all right? A suspect is a person believed to have committed a crime. Police questioned the suspect for several hours, all right? A suspect. I suspect you took my cookies, okay? So I assume or guess, but a suspect in the context of this sentence is a noun. It's a person, all right? The suspect ran quickly through the community, okay? Suspect. Incident, all right? Incident. An incident is an event, often unusual or serious. So you might say the airline apologized after the airport incident, all right? I usually think of an incident as an occasion or an event, okay? Something that happened, something that took place, all right? And it could be serious. It could be something that was tragic, an incident. A car accident is an incident. A plane crash, an incident. A store robbery, an incident. All right? That was a very quick article today. We are doing great time. Let's read through the article at a faster pace without stopping, and then we'll be done. Police in Los Angeles have identified a woman suspected of firing multiple gunshots at the home of singer Rihanna in the Beverly Crest area of the city. Authorities said the incident occurred Sunday afternoon when several rounds were fired from a vehicle parked across the street from the residence. Okay, now residence is where someone lives. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, officers responded to reports of gunfire around 1:15 p.m. at the property where Rihanna lives with her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, and their 3 children. Investigators later confirmed that the singer was inside the home at the time of the shooting, though no one was injured. Authorities said a woman drove up to the property and allegedly fired between 7 and 9 rounds from what police described as an AR-15 style rifle. Several bullets struck the exterior of the home and the front gate, leaving visible damage but not entering the interior living space. Police later apprehended the suspect during a traffic stop several miles away in the Sherman Oaks area. Officers recovered the weapon believed to have been used in the shooting, and the woman was taken into custody on suspicion of attempted murder. Authorities said the motive behind the shooting remains unclear, and investigators are still examining whether the suspect had any prior connection to the property or the celebrity who lives there. The case is now being handled by detectives from the department's Robbery Homicide Division, which investigates major violent crimes and threats involving public figures. Police officials said the investigation is ongoing as detectives review evidence, including surveillance footage and physical damage at the scene. Neighbors in the normally quiet hillside community described hearing loud gunfire and expressed concern about the unexpected violence in the area. One neighbor told local reporters she was shocked because the neighborhood is typically peaceful. Authorities emphasized the suspect remains in custody and there is no immediate threat to the public, while detectives continue to gather information about the incident. Well, all right. Okay, what a great article. It was not that long. And it was about an unfortunate event. Someone who's living in their home, in their peaceful community, and someone across the street in a car shoots them. What a world we live in. Thankfully, no one was hurt and the suspect was apprehended. Now, make sure you answer the quiz questions down below. I had 3 today. And as usual, I want you to take a few words. If you're intermediate to advanced, take 2 to 3 words. If you're a beginner, take 2 words, and I want you to use them in a conversation or in a sentence within the next week. Okay? Also, make sure you watch today's lesson twice, once with the subtitles on and one with the subtitles off, as this will strengthen your comprehension. If you're still watching and you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. All I ask is that you share with a friend. If you've gained some value or learned something, make sure you like and make sure you enjoy the rest of your day. And get some rest so you can join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.